welcome to possibly one of the cleanest S13 240s I've ever driven. But don't let the appearance fool you, because I got a story to tell. Let me just jump straight to it. This 240SX runs a 9-second quarter mile and still uses a KA engine. This is a KAT with 700 horsepower. Surprisingly quiet. We have a full interior, aside from a big old fire extinguisher in the passenger side. Woo! Oh my God! You know what? Maybe you don't need to swap in an SR20. Maybe you don't need to swap in a JZ or an RB. What if you hit the full potential of the KA engine, which was essentially a truck engine? We never got the SR in the United States, so many of us believe that, oh, you have to have the Japanese motor. It's the only way. And I'm here to tell you today, it's not the only way. We also have to mention there's no aesthetic mods done to this car. The only thing is the rolled fenders for the drag pack in the back for the wheels and tire setup, but that's it. Everything else, factory. You have the shark nose because the pig nose was the single cam cars. The shark nose were the dual overhead cam KAs. There was two KAs where there's one that was the CA. You know what I mean? One was a single cam, one was a dual overhead cam. This has a full drag pack at the back. It even spins with the full drag pack as you saw back there. And you feel the weight of this thing, or lack thereof. This thing is a rocket ship. The KA gets such a bad rap because when you first get them, they don't sound that good. The naturally aspirated KA is not a good sounding car, honestly, but this sounds amazing. Freaking wastegate sounds good. The turbo sounds good. This uses a Borg Warner turbo strapped onto the side, and let me tell you, this engine bay looks absolutely immaculate. So the bottom end just has pistons and rods with a ported head and the turbocharger. Does it mean that you have to tear open the motor to get this horsepower? Yes, but what four-cylinder do you typically not have to do that? If you treat the KA as a serious platform, you can do amazing things with it. And I have to say, guys, this car is pretty amazing so far. Listen how quiet it is, how smooth it is. There's giant fireballs that spit out. It's got two-step, and the car runs on a Mega Squirt ECU. Hey, you guys like popcorn? Mega Squirt is a very do-it-yourself type of ECU and harness system. A lot of people build the harnesses themselves. They take the ECU and they figure it all out by themselves. If you're a technical kind of person, it's a great system. Oh my God. Also, guys, obviously this is E85 powered. This also uses a 300ZX Z32 transmission, the 5-speed out of the 300ZX, and it feels good. It feels notchy. It's a very quiet transmission. You don't hear a lot going on. Are the throws as good as, say, a CD009? No, it's an older transmission. It's also not a 6-speed. The 350Z has a great transmission, and that's why a lot of people use them for these engine swaps. I thought the power would be like all the way on, all the way off, etc., and it just isn't. It's actually possibly smoother than some JZ cars that I've driven, and that's saying something. That two-step's ridiculous. It's also used as a launch control. It's so smooth, and the nose, the way the KA comes on is so much more torquey than the SR in every way. I'm in a KA 240! These are supposed to be awful, according to everyone on the internet. This is incredible. Why did I swap my car? Why did I swap my car? This is so much fun. I'm not saying the Jay-Z is a bad swap. It's an amazing swap. But God, if you have the right people, the right machine shop, the right parts, the right people, like, wow, wow, wow. A built KA, dude. This thing feels so fast, but not scary in every way. And I got a full interior with carpet and manual windows that work and a full dash. Like, oh man. We also have a Grip Royal steering wheel. She has a really nice molded pod gauge right above the steering wheel. It's kind of hard to see my RPMs and my speedo, but you kind of feel out the KA. Since it has a really good rev limiter set by the Mega Squirt, you're not really that concerned, right? We also have S14 seats in the car with the original 90s belts that come up when you open and close the door. And this might be the cleanest S13 interior I've ever seen, aside from the few cracks on the dash, which is pretty much inevitable on an S13. Everything else feels almost brand new. The door panels are untouched. The carpet is untouched. The seats feel brand new. They're not even faded. Even the pattern on the seats is not faded. This is amazing. Okay. When you let up the gas, you get that fume whiff. It's like, yep, still a 240 at the end of the day. So weird feeling the stock form of the 240SX S13 and its max potential. This also goes to show how important it is to have a nice shifting transmission. My R154 feels like complete garbage, and honestly, really doesn't make my 240 that fun to drive sometimes because it just doesn't feel nice. It feels sloppy. It's just not right. It doesn't feel right. The motor feels superior to my trans, and that's something we should all not overlook. First of all, the people who built this car, they really know what they're doing. This car has run like this for over 2 years. It runs 9-second passes. They drive it everywhere. They drive it to car meets. They have not a fear in the world that something's gonna go wrong. And it's a beautiful car. You would never know. Like 5th gear, right? Normal 240SX, it's stock. The hood is moving all over the place as I go into boost. It's shaking like this. That's pretty much the only thing that makes you a little uneasy about driving the car. The back seat is there, the hatch is clean. The hatch usually are rusted out, but since we're in Florida, it's not so much of a problem. It feels like I've gone back in time and somebody built a 240SX during their prime. And what more can you ask for? Since this motor was the original motor, you don't have the same heat soak issues, the same cooling issues you would find in an LS swap or a Jay-Z swap or any of those. This literally is what it was supposed to be, except without the turbo. But the turbo makes the car better. It doesn't make it completely unbalanced or a mess. It does exactly what I want it to do. Now, do I have a soft spot for 240SXs? Of course I do. But guys, if you essentially want a rear-wheel drive sports car from the 90s with no assists on it, it's really hard to beat. Is the drift tax ridiculous? Yes, it's freaking stupid and ridiculous that these are so expensive. These should be cheaper than they are, but they're not, unfortunately. That's all she wrote. All right, you guys, it's about to be a hefty debate in the comment section. What do you guys think about a turbocharged KA rather than going the alternate motors? Do you kind of see the light now like I have? It feels weird to be driving a 9-second S13 with no cage, full interior, the same motor it came with, just built and ported. It's amazing. Or do you think, nah, dude, just get rid of it, I don't care how fast it is? I'd love to hear your opinion in the comments below. On that note, guys, I also have a detail brand called Patterson Car Care. It really helps my channel out, and it has original formulas double the detail product for half the price. Along with that, I have a private Discord server. So if you're interested in that as well, check it out in the description below. I upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and I will see you guys next time, and take it easy. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.